So in just 49 days, we could potentially have a nationwide disaster. And I want to address what the issues are because they're regarding the railroad and the trucking industries, because there are problems ahead. And again, less than 50 days, we could have huge concerns that are going to devastate the entire economy. I want to address what's going on because over the past week, or really over the past month, we've done a lot of talking about the potential recession, and now we know we're in a recession. We've gone over the facts on inflation and what economists are actually predicting moving forward. Some economists are predicting a very scary end to 2022. And even yesterday I talked about how the Biden administration is saying that the American people are to blame for all of these issues due to our propensity to continue to spend at whatever cost. Now today, I want to tell you about this nationwide disaster that could be coming very soon. And this is coming because, and again, some of this information isn't just coming from mainstream media. I'm finding out so much more information by talking to multiple shipping insiders. Now, I want to talk about and kind of go over what I was addressing to some companies. But 2 days ago, I got an email. I got an email from the shipping company that said that everything that I've talked about recently regarding trucking and shipping in general was spot on. Now I want to touch on that. I'm not saying that everything that I say is right. I'm not saying everything that I talk about comes out to be true. But this person is telling me that what I've been saying recently is spot on. This person also told me that they run a family shipping company. They've been running it for more than 30 years, and this time things are different. This is different than the Great Recession. This is different. They said in the past few months, their employees would rarely be home for more than a couple days before they were off making another delivery. Now, they're home for 3, 4, and even 5 days in a row before they go out and work again. That's a huge concern, not only for the workers, the people that are running or operating the trucks, but also for the economy, because if there's not that many truckers out delivering, what does this mean? Does this mean we're going to see less inventory making its way around the United States? Potentially. This person also said that their workers, or their more local workers, usually would not be done driving before 7 or 8 on any given day. Now, they're usually home by 2 p.m. So they're home 5 to 6 hours earlier, and they're working less. Now, I wanted to be very clear. So I asked, is the company struggling? And this person said no, that this is something that they've never seen before. And it's all companies are struggling. So if you are a trucker, you are in the shipping industry whatsoever, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'm pretty sure everybody here would be more than happy to read what you guys are saying. But is this what's happening all across the country? Now, I wanted to find out. Now, this person was located over on the East Coast. So I wanted to figure out what's going on the West Coast. So I reached out to somebody that I spoke with about a month ago, and she owns her own shipping company down in California. Now, what she said was shocking. She told me that this potential railroad strike, it's not for sure that there's going to be a railroad strike, but this potential railroad strike, it's stoking fear in the industry. She said that there have been multiple talks of train crews going on strike against the U.S. railroads. And she said she's even gotten calls asking her what her company can do in this event. Now, I want to be, again, very clear on this. A railroad strike cannot happen for 49 days from today. It cannot happen until September 16th. But I want to explain why there's been talks of everything that's going on, and why some of this is both good and bad news for the trucking industry. Here's what I can tell you. If the railroads railroad workers go on strike, all of the products that they have sitting in the yards could then be loaded onto trucks and shipped that way. This would be a huge boost to the trucking industry. But here's the problem. This would create more delays in thousands and thousands of products. And according to multiple reports, this would actually raise shipping rates by more than 3 times. Yeah, railroad is a lot cheaper. It's more fuel efficient. Putting all the stuff on trucks is not a good way to go to keep costs down. And if now shipping is more expensive, does this mean that everything else is going to become more expensive, which means we're going to see upward pressure on inflation? Potentially. But let's talk about the bad news, if that wasn't already somewhat bad news. What we know is things like chemicals, coal, construction material, crude oil, paper, lumber, auto parts, new cars, wheat, corn, soybeans, animal feed, beer, birdseed, canned produce, corn syrup, flour, frozen chicken, sugar, wine, airplanes, airplane parts. All these things stop moving. They just stop moving. And this would mean that food shortages that we have come to just know and love over the past year, these are potentially only going to get worse. Only going to get worse. Now, these issues, again, don't become a problem right now. And it's because the Biden administration stepped in a while back to try to work out the differences between the railroads and their 12 unions. Now, the Biden administration implemented a block to any strike, and this block happens to be for 60 days. After the 60 days, there's also a 30-day cooling off period. Okay? This means that we could potentially have a strike come September 16th, which is just 49 days away. Now, the Biden administration could also go one step further. They could also ask Congress to step in and vote to impose terms between the railroads and these 12 unions. Here's the problem. Many lawmakers, it's every single one of the House of Representatives, every single representative of the House, they are up for re-election. We also have, it's like 30 to 40 senators that are up for re-election as well. So here's the problem. These, lawmakers that are up for re-election, they could potentially vote against any bill. They may not, according to reports, we may not have the votes to actually get something passed, especially when it's less than 2 months before the midterm elections. And this is why some say that this could potentially be a huge disaster, and it's coming very soon, because right now all of our eyes are focused on inflation. All of our eyes are focused on a recession. All of our eyes are focused on this upcoming midterm election, but nobody's looking at the trucking industry and railroads. That could potentially be a huge problem. So I just wanted to fill you in on what's going on and let you know that this is potentially going to be a disaster. It's not yet, but it has the makings to be one. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.